It's a relatively easy puzzle with the start of the new week. It's called What's Around the Corner. It is white to move and we are down 2 pawns. But we can capture a pawn on h7 with our rook and also pin this bishop to its king so the bishop cannot move anywhere. Notice that these two squares and the whole diagonal basically is covered by our light squared bishop. So black only has one move, king to b8, in order to protect its bishop. Now we may look at the exposed black king and give another check on the 8th rank. In that case, black has an easy defense by either bringing its rook back or block it with the bishop. If black blunders and move the king back to a7, then we can use the perfect harmony between our bishop and the rook to deliver a checkmate on a8. The king does not have any squares as all of these exit squares are covered and our rook is supported by our bishop. That only happens if black blunders. Instead, black can simply fight fire with fire and bring its own rook back and get a fairly advantageous position. So now we kind of understand the idea that somehow we need to bring our rook to a8 such that it's supported by our bishop and that there is a checkmate pattern here. So instead of going around this way, we can move horizontally and bring the rook to a4 with the check. Once again, we know that these two squares are covered by the bishop and rook is controlling the a column. So the only move black has is to go to b8. And then we execute the same idea, rook to a8, and deliver checkmate to the enemy king. That will do it for this one. Thank you for watching and follow for daily puzzle explanations.